guys. It's 7:30 in the morning and it's kind of hard to make a video, but today is the next episode of my camera basics, so I'll talk about that. But first, breakfast and my favorite tea. Tea is pretty good. I like overall generally I just love tea. It's great, and look at this cup. Look at this cup. Blessed. I like this cup. Yeah, I bought it in Walmart. Great tea. So today I'm going to talk about shutter speed, and go into details, a little bit more details. I realized when I was planning my video, I realized that even shutter speed, I guess, need separate video, and I couldn't just put them together like the shutter speed and ISO. So I guess I'm gonna do 3 videos each talking about aperture, shutter speed, ISO. So yeah, so let's go and let's get started. Yup. So guys, welcome to the channel. It's me again, Merdan, and it's good to see you shiny happy faces this beautiful morning. Today I'm gonna talk about shutter speed. I feel so uncomfortable in front of cameras. Ridiculous. It's freaking ridiculous. I don't know. But that's fine. Every camera has a shutter mechanism. The shutter mechanism. Do I say it right? Mechanism? Yeah, who doesn't know, I'm an international student who's studying in the US, and like English is my third language. My first language is Turkmen, second one is Russian, and the third one English. So sorry for my English if sometimes I misspell the words like mechanism, but it doesn't matter. Every camera has shutter mechanism that regulates the amount of light hitting the sensor per time. When you take pictures, you hear that weird sound like right? Right, that. So this is a shutter. The shutter speed shows how long that shutter opens to let the light in. Shutter speed affects exposure, motion blur, and motion freeze. Yeah, so let's dive into the 3 categories, and let's change a little bit of perspective, because I think it's boring to just listen to me sitting here. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. Yeah, so let's talk about exposure. So basically it's easy to understand how shutter speed affects exposure. So if the shutter speed stays open longer, so it means that if shutter speed is not so fast, like if it opens like for 5 seconds and closed again, so it lets more light, therefore the brighter the image. And on the opposite, if the shutter speed is fast and it's like so it's lets less light and the image becomes darker. So if you want the brighter image, you have to lower your shutter speed. If you want the darker image, you have to make your shutter speed higher. So just increase your shutter speed and you'll be good. So with the shutter speed, if shutter speed fast enough, you can freeze like really fast objects like cars, not talking about even runners, like even like baseball pitch, and all this kind of stuff. But if your shutter speed is slow, you will get very blurry image that you won't like recognize even your face. So unless you put your camera on the steady tripod and just lower your shutter speed, make it slower, then you can get the sharp image. Yeah. And do you think I'm talking under the table? Yes, I'm under the table. Getting a little bit weird. I don't know if it's creative, but it's weird for sure. So here's what I mean by that. So here what I mean by that. For example, if shutter is open for like 10 seconds, like like for 10 seconds and then closes, the camera is very sensitive to the motion. So if you move, or if you even just hold it in your hands and trying to take pictures, you will get a very blurry image, because even a little like shake with your hands, like minor shake in your hands, camera will just like capture it and be sensitive to that. So that's why when you lower your shutter speed, it's a good idea to put it on a steady tripod. But you would ask, like, why would I use the lower shutter speed when I just crank my shutter speed to the maximum and have a very sharp and nice picture? But let's take this example. You want to take pictures at night, right? And you'll just take your camera and crank your shutter speed, and what will you get? You'll get just like without details, black photo, like dark as hell, and just black. What's that? Rectangle, black rectangle. Yeah. So in order to make your brighter image, do you remember how I was telling? The slower the shutter speed, the brighter the image, like it's letting the more light in. So you want to lower your shutter speed during the night. So that's why you put your camera on the tripod, because you not only taking the brighter photo, but plus you're getting more sharper photo without motion blur, because tripod is steady, it doesn't move, so it will be sharp and crispy. Remember, crispy, I love that word, crispy. It will be crispy. And but if you try with a low shutter speed, take pictures handheld, there's like 95% that you will get a blurry photo, which is not good sometimes. I mean, sometimes you can get creative with that, but sometimes it's not what you want. Yeah, so use the tripod during the night. By the way, that calls long exposure photography. When you use the low shutter speed on the tripod at night and you're trying to capture some beautiful, spectacular scene. So actually, it looks pretty cool. Try it out. So, where you can find that shutter speed, like the number shutter speed, if you look at your viewfinder, right, of your camera, you will find the number. So in my case, in Canon 80D, it's like the first left number, like 30, 60, 125, and etc. So yeah, you will find it in the viewfinder, these numbers. But if you look at LCD, so you will find the weird numbers like 1/130th, 1/60th, 1/105th, like 1. So the number will be here, like that. So it's like 1/30th of a second. So that on the LCD, and that is a shutter speed. Oh, so from my experience to take like sharp photos handheld, it's better to use the shutter speed not lower than 1/60th. So use 1/60th and higher. I mean, at most you can use 1/30th, but you will feel some motion blur. You'll see some motion blur in your image. So try not to do that. I will tell you some shutter speeds that can work with some type of motions, like 1/500th. Okay, I will just show you here in the screen. So so with this shutter speed, you can take pictures of cyclists and runners. With this shutter speed, you can take pictures of fast cars, and with this shutter speed you can like take pictures of a baseball pitch or balloon pop, that kind of very fast motion. So but there is a note. It's important to get a good exposed picture. It's important to have a good lighting conditions when you crank your shutter speed. And here's the bonus tip. Have you ever seen the photos with the water, which doesn't look like even water? It's like some blanket, it's very smooth water. It's like you can see how it's moving. So to get that result, put your shutter speed to 1/8 and take the moving water, and you'll get that kind of result. But don't forget to use the tripod, because otherwise the whole image would be blurry. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate that. Leave comment what do you think about the way I'm explaining. Give me some suggestions, how can I improve that. Hit that like button if you like this video. Share with your friends. I mean, even if you don't like this video, don't hit that like. I don't care. The main thing is if you just watch this and you'll get something valuable, if you learn something from this video, I'll be very happy for that. So press the subscribe button if you like my channel, and if you want more videos, see more videos, and I will wait you guys in the next video. Bye.